Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SmackDown Live. Sold out in Anaheim, California. And here we go. Kicking it off tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with a grudge match for the ages. It'll be Cesaro to take on Chris Jericho. This issue has been weeks and months in the making. After the attack, the seemingly unsolicited attack from Chris Jericho to Cesaro in the backstage area before they were due to have a triple threat match. But it was then Chris Jericho who would then go on to face Jack Swagger in a singles match after the injuries that were sustained to Cesaro. But it was then Edge who said, no, that's not how we conduct business. Cesaro's going to heal up, and then he's going to get his hands on you, and that is right now. Chris Jericho, undoubtedly a first ballot Hall of Famer, one of the greatest of all time, comes down to the ring tonight to face the music, to face Cesaro. And he's coming also to a chorus of boos from Anaheim, California. Ladies and gentlemen, this is SmackDown Live. And what a way to kick it off. But the way we will be sending it off, your main event tonight, the first ever advertised Elite Sports Management main event. That's right, Apollo Crews, if you can even call it a main event. Apollo Crews and Eric Bischoff are in attendance here tonight, and they will be cashing in one of their two main events this month that they have, of course, acquired from the owner of the company, Vincent Kennedy McMahon. The negotiations were drawn out for a reason, and tonight is an example of why. Also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe is in the building, and Edge has issued a please explain to Roderick Strong. Action-packed, but it kicks off with red-hot action right now as Cesaro straight away hooks in a cravat here. And oh my goodness me. A cravat suplex from Cesaro to kick off proceedings. And you feel like it'd only be Cesaro who could pull off a move like that, the very first move of the match. And Cesaro not wasting any motion here and not wasting any opportunity to get his hands on Y2J after that attack that left Cesaro bloodied backstage and left him out of action for 2 to 3 weeks. Of course, Jericho was suspended for 2 to 3 weeks, as Edge thought that was fair, considering he cost Cesaro 2 to 3 weeks of his career. He said, well, I'm going to cost Jericho the same, as Jericho fires back with a European uppercut. Many believe that Jericho wouldn't even show up for this match, but he has. And all of a sudden, Jericho hooks him up, and what's this? Oh, delayed vertical suplex. Picture perfect from the veteran. Jericho, this change of heart recently, that malicious streak, will look out, he misses that one. Perhaps off his game a little bit after that 2 to 3 week suspension, and Cesaro just ducks around looking for a German suplex, but it's countered by Chris Jericho. You cannot, oh my goodness me, with a clothesline all the way over the top rope. You cannot deny the guile and the ability of Chris Jericho. That has never been in question. Look out, no, not on the outside, for God's sake. This is what I'm talking about, that malice that Chris Jericho has unleashed in himself. Usually he likes to have a little bit of a joke around, and he likes to lairize a little bit, but Chris Jericho seems intent on dismantling the future. Cesaro just lighting him up here with lefts and rights, and then he looks for the German again, and this time it's on the floor. Hard-hitting action to kick off SmackDown Live. A grudge match for the ages, and already at a count of 7 here, the referee, and look out. Chris Jericho with a neck breaker to Cesaro. Cesaro. We're at a count of 8 here. They're going to have to be quick. They're going to need to get back in the ring here. Count of 9. Chris Jericho not willing to take the count out, but he does roll him in. Wants to pin him 1, 2, 3, such as the hatred 1. He's got him 2. Can't put him away. Crowd pops for Cesaro, kicking out at 2. Clearly behind. the Swiss superstar. Cesaro, of course, winning that key matchup against Jack Swagger. And he is now officially the team captain for Team SmackDown Live at Survivor Series. And Cesaro shook that boot off and then lit Chris Jericho up with a European uppercut into the cover. One, that's enough to scramble anyone's brains, but Jericho kicks out at a very short 2 count, so still plenty in the tank for Y2J. Calls himself the GOAT, the greatest of all time. It's hard to argue with him in some aspects. Look out, snap suplex from the Swiss Superman Cesaro, who bounces off the ropes, and then a double axe handle comes down. Cesaro, as I mentioned, team captain for SmackDown Live. He'll be picking his team in the lead up to Survivor Series. Of course, we know that on the line in that match at Survivor Series, the Survivor Series match between Raw and SmackDown. Here's a cover here, one. Just the 1 count on Cesaro. What is at stake in that match? The winning team of 3 then face off in a triple threat match. There's a slap from Chris Jericho. They face off in a triple threat match, and the winner of that match will then get a chance at a world championship. Oh, look out, Jericho. He evaded that though, did Cesaro. Evading that drop kick. Now Cesaro lifts him up. Oh my goodness! A very European uppercut from Cesaro to Chris Jericho. He's had all the answers. Oh, Jericho rolls out. Brilliantly done from Chris Jericho. But Cesaro lays in a boot, but Jericho gets a snapmare. And he bought himself enough time. As I was just saying, that triple threat match between the winning team for a shot at the world title at the Royal Rumble. It'll all come full circle. Jericho now, though. Jericho now. He's looking for it. Can he get him over? Yes, he has it in. The walls of Jericho are locked in. Cesaro trying to power out and does. He knew how vital it was that he powered out. Chris Jericho couldn't keep him down. And then another German suplex folds him up like an accordion. And now Cesaro. Cesaro is stalking Chris Jericho here. Jericho in trouble. He could be thinking neutralizer. Cesaro gets him up and down. Plants him with the neutralizer. Into the cover. Jericho's done. 1, 2, and the captain. No! Chris Jericho peels his shoulder off the canvas in a 2.9. Amazing contest to kick off SmackDown Live. These two absolutely can't stand each other, and Jericho going to take it to the outside because he knows that he cannot be beaten from here. And Chris Jericho wants Cesaro up to his feet. What's Jericho thinking? Oh my goodness me! Springboard moonsault! But Cesaro evades the kick. Cesaro evades the kick. Crosses the arms this time with a snap German suplex. My God! These two just tearing each other apart. Cesaro shakes off the springboard moonsault from Chris Jericho, delivers a German suplex, but now Jericho, oh my goodness me, running bulldog on the outside, and Jericho says, let's go, much to the guile and disgust of Anaheim, California. Chris Jericho, Cesaro, putting on a clinic here. Jericho rolls Cesaro back in the ring. He may have done enough, but Jericho starts to lay the boots in. And he might start to lay some groundwork on the legs here, maybe looking for a second walls of Jericho, but now he's not looking for that. He's looking for the high red district. Chris Jericho all the way to the top rope. Wants Cesaro to his feet again. What's he thinking here? Oh, diving crossbody from Jericho. And then laying more boots in. And now Jericho with a lion salt. Jericho with a lion salt. Cover 1. He's got him 2. No. Cesaro gets out this time. And Jericho looking for it again. Oh, look out. Fireman's carry. Cesaro showing the heart of a champion here now. Here 1. Has he done enough? 2 off the fireman's carry? No. He hasn't quite, but you can tell The riggers of this match really taking their toll on both men. Elbow to the top of the head. Cesaro finding something in the tank here. Oh, look out, Jericho fights back. Shot to the midsection. Jericho runs at him! Code breaker! Code breaker out of nowhere! Down into the cover! One! He's got him two! And Jericho! No! Cesaro kicks out at 2.9. Oh, the shot from Jericho. What an absolute classic this is at the moment. Cesaro fights back. There's a European uppercut. A hard European uppercut, and Jericho is stunned. Jericho is stunned. And off the second rope with another one. Cesaro lighting him up. It's an uppercut party in Anaheim, California. And now Cesaro. What the hell? What the hell is this? Cesaro paintbrushes Jericho. Oh no. No, 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 no. Cesaro. No, no, no. Think about it for God's sake. Has it really come this far? A superplex. From the top rope to the floor, Jericho is out cold. 1, 2, 3, and Cesaro takes it to the next level. My God, has it really come to this? Where you have to absolutely destroy your opponent, my God. A superplex to the floor puts Chris Jericho away, and ladies and gentlemen, that is the man that is going to lead SmackDown Live into the Survivor Series if that's what he's willing to do. He's willing to do anything, but wow, speaking of someone who's willing to do anything, there's the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, talking with Paul Heyman backstage. And I am still coming down from that absolutely stunning finish. Cesaro may well have ended the career of Chris Jericho with that superplex to the floor. He's been taken through the crowd on a stretcher and will be seeking medical attention, but now we have to shift gears. Because I'm sure, as you can hear, Anaheim, California is not too best pleased at the arrival of Roman Reigns, who looks focused and he looks pissed off. After, of course, that iconic fatal four-way match at Unforgiven, it was Roman Reigns who passed out at the hands of the Coquina Clutch. And Samoa Joe was crowned the World Heavyweight Championship. But Roman Reigns has been hearing, and I've been seeing on Twitter, hashtag you tapped out. Everyone believes Roman Reigns tapped out. I was at ringside. He did anything but that. But these fans will take any opportunity they can, and rightfully so, to try and get under the skin of the big dog Roman Reigns, who is in Anaheim, California, with a message for each and every one of us. And there's those chants. You tapped out chants to Roman Reigns. And Reigns is clearly pissed off by everything that's gone on in the last 72 hours. And look at this. Crowd just constantly chanting, you tapped out. I can tell you it isn't true, but I kind of like how they're getting underneath his skin. If anyone deserves it, it's this guy. Well, it's not yours. It's clearly Samoa Joe's. Roman Reigns with a warning to the entire locker room. And he says that no one can hang with him one-on-one. Oh my God. You have got to be kidding me! It can't be! It is! Bobby Roode has arrived on SmackDown Live! Will Roman claims that no one in the back can beat him one-on-one? I would beg to differ. The glorious one, Bobby Roode, waltzes into Anaheim, California. Listen to this place. They have come unglued. What a moment. Roman Reigns is beside himself. Bobby Roode, not the only one getting under Roman Reigns' skin here in Anaheim. What a moment. Oh, my goodness me. Bobby Roode saying he's glad that he's tasted defeat. Oh my. Bobby Roode has called out Roman Reigns. What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. The glorious one, Bobby Roode, has arrived on SmackDown Live. Oh my goodness. Well, there's Noam Dar. Of course, we saw him lose in roughly 10 seconds to Neville, going into the office of Edge. What a moment, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Roode arrives in SmackDown Live, part of the Blue Brands. Calls out Roman Reigns on his first night. But shifting gears, ladies and gentlemen, this is Emma, and she is in action tonight against an opponent that isn't on my run sheet. I'm not sure exactly who Emma is facing, but I'm told it's someone of an extremely high caliber, and it was requested by Emma because she wants to prove to everybody she is better than her performance at Unforgiven. Of course, we saw her tap out to Asuka and the Asuka lock. She's not the first and likely won't be the last, but Emma took it really hard and she denied a handshake from Asuka at the end of the match, which was a precursor to the attack from Charlotte Flair with the kendo stick, and we saw that go up another notch on Monday Night Raw with Asuka attacking Charlotte from behind and ramming her into the steel stairs. So that issue is obviously escalating, and perhaps that's what Charlotte wants, because she wants to get under the skin of Asuka enough to get a shot at that title, which seems to be her only goal. Who is Emma's opponent? Oh my goodness me. Well, when they said that it was high caliber, they were not lying. It's the last kicker, Becky Lynch. And this is a huge opportunity for both of these women to really try and get themselves back in the title hunt for Emma, and I guess in the title hunt for Becky Lynch. Certainly one of the best wrestlers, maybe even in general, on the main roster. as Becky Lynch makes her way into Anaheim, California. What a combustible night we have already seen, ladies and gentlemen. Cesaro taking it to new extremes with a superplex to the floor to put away Chris Jericho, who I have an update on. He is in a stable condition. He is moving all of his extremities. But the early verdict is that he may be out for a number of weeks, maybe even months, at the hands of Cesaro. And that is really uncharacteristic of Cesaro to try and take it to that extreme. But I guess he was driven to it by Chris Jericho and the actions of Chris Jericho. And I guess General Manager Edge doesn't want one of his top-tier superstars to be out injured, but it does show a wonderful edge from Cesaro that that's the team captain for SmackDown Live. That's the guy that could potentially defeat Raw, and it seems like it's becoming a really big deal in terms of brand warfare between Shane McMahon and Edge, just that friendly rivalry. As Becky Lynch lights up Emma with a couple of leg drops. And now Becky Lynch, as we focus in on the action here, and these two women, I mean, this could be considered somewhat of an eliminator for the Women's Championship. I don't think there's any question about that. And Charlotte, although she's meddling with Asuka, really hasn't earned her way into a title match, and that seems to be the way that both General Manager Edge and General Manager Shane McMahon like to operate. They like to make sure you earn your opportunities in the number one contendership matches and such. Sometimes, if the issue gets enough, I'm sure Asuka wouldn't mind defending her title against Charlotte, but this doesn't seem to be the way things work around here, as there's a snap suplex. And we saw an example of that when Charlotte defeated Emma via cheating on Monday Night Raw, but then it was agreed upon by Shane and Edge that they would then face off in a match right here on SmackDown Live in an official capacity for the number one contendership. Look out, Becky Lynch here. Oh, reverse DDT. Arm trap reverse DDT as well. You can see the effects of that to Emma, and that's where she focuses her offense all the time, is on the arms, looking for that disarmer. As I was saying, they like to do things, conduct things in a professional manner, and that's what it's all about competitiveness. Look out, she's looking for a suplex there, but a reverse DDT of Emma's. A little bit of a receipt from the one earlier. See now Emma to work away on Becky Lynch here. The women's division has put on some absolute classic matches over the last few weeks and months, and there was no exception. The match at Unforgiven was one of those. But it was Emma just falling short via submission. And look out, there's a splash. The range on that splash was very impressive. And then that, a little less flashy. Just a shot right to the chest of Becky Lynch, who is finding out now what this is all about. Oh, look out, roll over here into the pin. One, has she done enough here? Two, no. Emma showing her technical proficiency and also the aggressive streak with the kicks and that technical cover there. As Emma, no wasted motion, gets Becky Lynch back to her feet now, sends her into the corner. This is usually a precursor for the Emma Mite sandwich, as Emma with a shot, and this could be it here. Right now, the Emma Mite sandwich delivered to Becky Lynch. And Emma going to look to straight to the midsection again, and Emma now just picking her moment and playing to the crowd who seem to be behind Emma here. But I don't think that's the right way to go about it, but it may not matter here as she looks for the Emma lock. And she could lock this in, and if she does, it could be over. She's got it locked in tight on Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch with nowhere to go. The only way to do it is to break it, and that's exactly what she does. And she manages to avoid a fair bit of damage. She wasn't in the hold for too long. Takes her down again with a snapmare. Now look out, drop kick to the back of the neck, and Becky Lynch knew that it was imperative that she escape that hold as quickly as possible. Emma, much like Chris Jericho just before, able to get out of the ring, buy herself some time. That's the ring savviness from the now young veteran Emma. Both of these women have been wrestling all over the world previous to getting here, and Emma, it doesn't matter, none of your past matters when you're on the top rope with a back suplex. Top rope back suplex from Emma to Becky Lynch. Rolls her over. I think that might be enough. Came down hard. One. Just a one count. My God, the guts of Becky Lynch to be able to kick out Emma showing that aggressive streak here that got her to the dance at Unforgiven and got her right on the verge of becoming the first ever Australian Women's Champion. Look out. Becky Lynch just collapses down. No wasted motion again. Emma gets her to her feet. What's she thinking here? She might be thinking another Emma might sandwich, is she? No. Sends her into the other corner. Full head of steam. Oh my God. Drop kick right on the button. Right on the button. Becky Lynch could find herself in trouble here. Now she might be thinking another Emma might sandwich here. Puts her into the corner. Looking for the shot. Couldn't find it. Becky Lynch fires out. Oh, look out. Look out. Backsploder. Backsploder suplex into the cover. Got her one. Got her two. Got her three. Oh, no. Can't quite put her away. Yet another fantastic match here. Becky Lynch. Oh, Emma fires back. Emma tries to fire back though. But Becky Lynch hooks her over. Oh, rolled her through. Oh, out of nowhere. Locks it in. Disarmer's locked in. Middle of the ring. Emma's got nowhere to go. Can she break the hold? Emma taps out again. Emma gets caught by the disarmer. And Emma, for the second match in a row, is forced to tap out. Well, you could almost call that an upset. And Becky showing great sportsmanship here. Oh my God, look out. For God's sake. A cheap shot from Emma. She snapped here. She's been bested twice. Well, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of cheap shots, we saw at Unforgiven, Charlotte, of course, took out Asuka with that kendo stick, but the receipt came on Monday Night Raw as Asuka threw her into the stairs. And both of these women are scheduled to be on Monday Night Raw, and that has combustible written all over it. Well, there's Randy Orton. Randy Orton wants in on the Survivor Series team. Oh, Cesaro doesn't appear keen on that idea, of course. We've seen Randy Orton with a little bit of indifference at the moment in his career. It's the first time anyone would have ever denied him the opportunity to be on their team. The Viper, certainly not in a great spot. It's been mentioned by a few of you guys as well in the WWE Universe that Randy Orton has been a little bit indifferent. He's lost his last two major matches. Of course, he lost to Alberto Del Rio for the Intercontinental title at Unforgiven, and, well, perhaps not the man that Cesaro is looking for. But anyway, look out. Here comes Neville. He, of course, won the European title. Look out. Oh, my God. This match hasn't even gotten underway, and Neville just clotheslines Kurt Hawkins outside the ring. And, oh, Neville with a shot to the temple, with a boot to the skull. And Neville has shown this vicious streak. Of course, he defeated Noam Dar, who we saw earlier in the night go into Edge's office. Look out. Neville just throws him off. And Neville just pacing around the ring in this attitude. Look, he wants to get out there, but the referee won't let him go back out. He wants to get this underway. And Kurt Hawkins, straight up to Neville, wants to take him on here. But Neville gonna go and line him up again. A cheap shot before the match even started, but it's underway. Neville hasn't even taken off his shirt yet. And Neville's absolutely destroying Kurt Hawkins, who didn't even have a chance to set himself for the match. And there's a DDT from Neville, the new European champion. You can't argue with that. The way he did it was absolutely brutal. Now Neville, look out. What is this? God almighty. European uppercut to the back of the head. And this new attitude of Neville appears to be paying dividends. Neville with a shot and another one. Neville now. What's he thinking here? Neville shoots in, slides under, and Neville, oh, wonderful athleticism. But it was the attack before the match that was the precursor. And Neville, oh, there's that impressive athleticism. You cannot deny it. And Neville hooks him up. And now look out, he's got it cinched in again. That guillotine choke. That guillotine choke is cinched in again. This time on Kurt Hawkins. This is the hold that put away Noam Dar in almost 10 seconds. And Unforgiven. And Neville, look at the look on his face. Just shaking his head. And this is over. This is over. It was over before it even started with the cheap shot from Neville before the match. And Neville, you cannot deny, has been impressive, and he straight away demands a microphone. And I don't even know if we want to hear from this guy. Oh my God. I apologize for his language, ladies and gentlemen. He's saying that Noam Dar has a rematch, and he does. Maybe that's what he was in Edge's office for earlier. Well, I've never really seen the champion challenge the challenger for his rematch. He's demanding that Noam Dar take his rematch, and maybe Noam Dar has an answer for him here. As Noam, straight down to the ring with microphone in hand, might have some words for the new European champion. And go! Wow, where's your answer, Neville? Just lights him up.
It becomes obsession. It becomes a sin. Because I have decided to reach deep inside of you and rip out that love like a cancer.
Well, I apologise for the break in transmission there. Those messages from Bray Wyatt appear to be getting even more demonic by the week. Have to shift gears here though, ladies and gentlemen. There's a little air of... I'm not even sure what to call it. I mean, a little air of unsureness as soon as Bray Wyatt is felt in the arena, even though I don't even know if he's here or not, but we have to shift gears, ladies and gentlemen. It's very uneasy, but the undisputed tag team champions are set for some tag team action. The first time since their title defense at Unforgiven against the Revival, where, well, the Revival, they tried everything in their playbook to try and isolate one of these men. Of course, they attacked Ryan Lusk in the back before the show, but Ryan Lusk showed the heart of a champion, even if it was for just a little bit, to get back into the match and cause an elimination. But then it came down to Dash Wilder and Sami Zayn, and Sami Zayn hit the Aluva kick for the win. And you can see here, Sami Zayn and Simon Gotch having a bit of a pose-off here. I don't know how well this is going for either of them. They are somewhat divisive, the International Express here, as this match gets officially underway, as Simon Gotch tries to throw the first strike. They do draw some boos out of this team, and, well, Aiden English obviously sees fit to enter the fray here. And he's going to have a bit of a pose off as well, but this time Sami Zayn ain't messing around with that elevated drop kick. And, well, of course, as I mentioned, tag team champions defended their titles. Sami Zayn says, well, hey, come and get some. He's willing to prove himself here. Of course, we saw Sami Zayn and Ryan Lusk defeat the Wyatt family, Eric Rowan and Luke Harper, at SummerSlam to unify the titles. Sends Aiden English in here, ducks under, Sami Zayn, and a perfect calf kick. The athleticism, and again, Anaheim, California, not particularly sold on the International Express. It's very interesting to see the crowd. See Sami Zayn looks at him again, but they don't seem to have an answer here. He sends him in now to the corner. Gets the tag here to Ryan Lusk. Draws some cheers and then float over. Perfect tag team unity from the International Express, the reigning defending tag team champions. See the shot there, and another one. It's a hard right hand, rocking Aiden English here. Now sends him off the ropes again. Sets him up. And over with a back body drop, and Ryan Lusk seems to be mocking them. A shot to the back of the head there of Aiden English. Tag team division, never stronger. With the tag team champions, the International Express. There's a good reversal, and oh my goodness me, what a chop that was. And now, Aiden English and Simon Gotch looking for a little double team action of their own. Double back body drop. Did you see the elevation there? Simon Gotch, and look at this. Just lighting him up, trading shots here. Drawing cheers out of the crowd, so perhaps they're behind the Vaudevillains here. Ryan Lustow, oh, the pose. We've seen it bring so many people undone playing to the crowd, and it's just done the same thing. They had Ryan Lusk exactly where they wanted him, but now this is not looking great as they hook him up. Oh, look out. Double Northern Lights suplex. And that draws some applause from the crowd here, and Ryan Lusk now turns him around, up and down with a back suplex. Sami Zayn gets him back to his feet, and Sami Zayn, oh, look out, he missed it. He missed it, and this could be the opportunity here for Simon Gotch. Now he's going to take this opportunity to hammer away at the kidneys. It's very rare you see a slip from Sami Zayn. Perhaps this crowd reaction putting him off here. I certainly don't blame him. They're used to being cheered worldwide, but Sami Zayn runs in, look out, rolls over! And absolutely out of nowhere, Sami Zayn able to get himself back in this match. After that little slip up, Sami Zayn with a hard forearm. For a chop there to Simon Gotch. Sends him in, off the rope. Sami Zayn with a calf kick to Simon Gotch. But again, this crowd reaction, very, very surprising, but it seems to have put them off a little bit. And there's another calf kick from Sami Zayn. Seemingly behind the Vaudevillains. Sami Zayn now to try and take it to Simon Gotch again. What's this? Bounces him off the rope. Suplex. And Zayn, impressive singles competitor, even more impressive tag team competitor it would seem. Reigning defending tag team champions, but now Gotch runs in and there's a hard uppercut from Simon Gotch. Now Gotch with another one. Sami Zayn could be right where he wants him here. Chops and shots, and listen to Anaheim come alive for the Vaudevillains, and this could be their opportunity again. And oh, look out. Elbow right to the temple. Double elbow at that. Snapmare sets him up. Elbow. And the Vaudevillains drawing the cheers from the crowd. Seemingly role reversal here. As Aiden English tries to come at Sami Zayn here. And look at this. Oh, look out. Just choking him. And that could cause a disqualification, but he lets it go before the count of 5. And now listen to this place. I have never seen anything like this. The Vaudevillains putting up a wonderful fight here. And look out, look out, look out. Sami Zayn out of nowhere. Blue Thunder Bomb. Blue Thunder Bomb from Sami Zayn to Aiden English. And now Zayn sends him in, gets the tag. And they could be looking for the Express Lane. Nailed expertly. The Express Lane to Aiden English. Knocks Simon Gotch 1, 2, and 3. And there it is. A wonderful performance from the International Express. Although a different kind of crowd reaction. But they appear to have bought. Wait a minute, look out of the ring. The Revival is back. The Revival is back and just annihilated them with chairs. What the hell? What the hell was that? There's General Manager Edge. There's Roderick Strong, who Edge issued a please explain to earlier. Roderick Strong is leaving the building. He says, I don't have to explain anything to you. As Alberto Del Rio is making his way down to the ring. What the hell? Where the hell did the Revival? Oh my God! Oh no! Alberto Del Rio was coming down to discuss the future of the Intercontinental title, and I think it might be staring you in the face, Alberto. And Del Rio ain't gonna take a backward step here. Braun Strowman, the man who tried to get involved in the match, and Unforgiven. And look at Braun Strowman, this animal. This unhinged beast. Braun Strowman with a series of right hands have rocked the Intercontinental Champion to his core. Braun Strowman hammering away, but here comes Del Rio. God almighty, Strowman with a chop. And now, God, a knee right to the chin of Del Rio. And look at Strowman here. Strowman just manhandling Del Rio. Del Rio with nowhere to go. How on earth do you stop this man? Strowman is just choking out the Intercontinental Champion. Del Rio is out. My God. Well, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. It is that time. It is the Elite Sports Management main event of the evening. We saw it Unforgiven. Eric Bischoff got right. We're not talking about that, obviously. Thank you very much. But this is the elite athlete, Apollo Crews, the number one man in the industry. Apollo Crews makes his way into Anaheim, California with an undefeated streak of 2-0. Apollo Crews, one of the most impressive performers on the roster, coming off the heels of some tough wins over James Ellsworth and Kurt Hawkins. The elite athlete graces us with his presence here tonight on SmackDown Live. And this is, of course, an endorsement of Elite Sports Management. Give Elite Sports Management a call, 1-800-ELITE, if you wish to become elite and you are stuck in mid-card obscurity. Give that number a call. It's well worth it, I promise. As Apollo Crews has made his way to the ring here, we are set to find out who his opponent will be. And I can assure you his opponent is making his way down to the ring. It is Wesley Blake. But obviously the cameras are focused on the man that matters, and that is indeed Apollo Crews. I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Blake is making his way to the ring, but they have clearly chosen not to show his entrance, and it is all about the elite athlete Apollo Crews, and we are set to go. Wesley Blake and Apollo Crews, in typical Apollo Crews fashion, poses for some photos at the start of the match. Wesley looks like he's going to try and do the same, but look out, Apollo Crews from behind here. God, you got to have eyes in the back of your head when it comes to facing Apollo Crews, and this match is officially underway. Up and down there with a springboard Falcon Arrow. Impressive athleticism in the early going. Tough matchup this for Apollo Crews as he, slinging neck breaker there. And Apollo hammering away on Wesley Blake here. Gets him back to his feet, and there's a discus forearm. Impressive and hard hitting from the jewel in the crown of Elite Sports Management, and there's a drop kick to an already down Wesley Blake. There's Apollo, a hard right hand, and then a hard forearm, and then another hard forearm. Now Crews sends him in off the ropes, and look out, lifts him up and caught him. Impressive power from the Elite One. Goes to the second rope here. Apollo Crews wants him to get to his feet. More photo opportunities for the crowd. Wesley Blake doesn't know quite where he is, and the drop kick is on the button. And Apollo Crews to the outside. Getting the crowd behind him. Anaheim, California on their feet, trying to get their photos. There's Apollo Crews now. And what is he thinking here? Oh my God, no! A suplex to the outside, to the floor. And Apollo Crews poses for more photos, and now Crews full head of steam over the top rope. Apollo Crews dismantling Wesley Blake here. And Crews sends Blake into the ring, and it may just be elementary from here. Oh, there's the Enziguri. The leaping Enziguri. And now Apollo sizing up his opponent. Sizing him up. And now Apollo Crews sets him up and down. 1, 2, and Apollo Crews, impressive yet again. In the true main event of the evening, the Elite Sports Management endorsed main event of the evening, Apollo Crews is victorious yet again. And would you expect anything else from the Elite One? The number one man in the company, and now look at this. For God's sake, how long do I have to keep this up? This is ridiculous. He's already won the match. Yeah, I know, Eric. It's Apollo Crews takes out Wesley Blake and poses for more photos for the crowd. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been an Elite Sports Management production. Remember to call 1-800-ELITE to get yourself out of mid-card obscurity and to become elite. Apollo Crews is your victor here tonight. Apollo Crews extends his win streak to 3-0. Thank you very much for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an absolute... Oh my God! Not so fast! The Beast is here! Brock Lesnar and Apollo Crews facing off! Apollo Crews is gonna come and get him some! Well, is it... Oh my God! Samoa Joe! Samoa Joe out of nowhere! The world champion! We haven't seen him all night! He's got a date with Brock Lesnar at No Mercy! And good Lord! Samoa Joe blindsides Brock Lesnar! We're out of time, ladies and gentlemen!